Well, Chelsea, you've called time on a massive era in your life and, you know, calling time on your netball career. How are you sitting with the decision?
I'm sitting with it quite well, to be honest. I think with how much I love the game and just love playing, I never wanted to retire, but it is the right time and it is the right time for me, and I hopefully will play social netball sometime soon. And it's made me reflect on the achievements I've had, the friendships I've made, how much moving I've done, and I am pretty lucky the career I've had as a netballer, and I take a lot of pride in that. And yeah, so I'm like emotional, but I'm okay.
You speak of the moving you've done. You've probably lived out a netball career quite different to many others. How do you reflect on that, and I guess what message do you want to leave the next generation of netballers coming through in terms of that never give up attitude and taking any opportunity you can get at any time?
Yeah, and it is that, it's taking every opportunity. Sometimes change is forced upon you, or sometimes you've got to seek it yourself, knowing that you need to push yourself and challenge yourself, and that was a bit of my career. And I guess reflecting on it, would I change things? I've thought about that and I'm like, I actually wouldn't, because then I might not have had the achievements and success or met certain people that have become lifelong friends if I made that change by staying at another club or taking a different contract when it was offered to me. So I think my legacy to leave is don't let fear dictate your decisions. If you feel it in the gut of your stomach, you're down in that pit that sort of is your social, I guess, compass, or your awareness of something's not right for yourself. Do the change, make the change. And sometimes you're going to make the wrong decisions along the way. It's just about facing it and being okay with it. Yeah, I've got a lot of dresses in my cupboard, and I've been going through them this week to make sure I make piles on putting things in storage and what I want to get framed. So yeah, I've played for a lot of teams, played with a lot of great players, and played underneath some amazing coaches. So that's pretty cool.
Speaking of the teams and the coaches that you've had, you did start your career here in New South Wales and under Julie Fitzgerald, and you're now closing it out under Jules, but in a different colour, in the colour of orange. I guess, how do you reflect on that whirlwind journey and that full circle moment?
Absolutely full circle. I still remember, I think Jules and I would have met when I was 13, when I was in the NSWIS program, and I was playing basketball at the same time, and Julie actually has a basketball background as well. So I remember her calling me at lunchtime. I was in high school, and she going, "Hi, Chels, would you like to be a Swift?" and offer me a contract. And I was like, "Oh, what? Oh my gosh." And I just remember at lunchtime going to my friends, like, "I've just been offered like a CBT contract with the Sydney Swifts." And yeah, that was like one of the most amazing moments of my life. That was the start of what has been a great career for me. And then to end it here underneath Jules, I think, yeah, it's sort of meant to be. And I think knowing that I knew my last game was against the Swifts, a lot of emotions, and I pride myself on being able to control them. And I definitely know that at times I didn't. To play against the Swifts in Sydney, underneath Jules, like, I think that in a way the writing's on the wall. You couldn't write the script a bit better. Maybe a win would have been a bit better. But yeah, so I think it's pretty cool. It's absolutely really cool, and I'm so glad to have been part of and witnessed and been part of the cultural change in netball, from my first contract being $1,000 sign on $100 if you took the court, I'm pretty sure it was, to what it is now. I guess my transition now is to help the sport keep growing and to keep pushing those boundaries, because it's about time that netballers ask for more and be part of the conversation to what does our sport need, for us to be the main talking point in not just women in sport, but sport in general. So it's exciting.
Domestically, you've played in Australia, New Zealand, and also in England, but internationally, you've played for the Diamonds and the Roses. Yeah. Not many people have done that. I think you're maybe the only one at this stage, and I know you reflected when you retired from international netball at the end of the World Cup, but it's also a massive part of your career. How do you reflect on that time as well, representing those two national sides?
Yeah, wow, like, just what an honour to be able to call myself a diamond and a rose. Winning a World Championship, winning Commonwealth Games, gold, a silver at World Cup and a bronze. I think those achievements are something I'm extremely proud of, weren't easy, and definitely helped shape me into the netballer, not just on the court, but the lessons you learn in an international environment off the court. So yeah, it's cool. I guess I'm still soaking it all in and remembering things and achievements. And it's not just about that, like the long tours, the being in your teammates' face 24/7, because obviously when you're in international stuff, you're living together for long periods of time. And that's when you really learn about your teammates on how weird and wacky they can be. And I'm sure they'll say that about me as well. So yeah, it's been the best to be able to do international netball as well as domestic netball, but to have called this my job, it's pretty special. Really special.
I think the words unique and opportunity really sum up you and your career, and that's certainly what this year was for you in the Giants. You came in as a temporary replacement player and played 7 games. How did you find your time as calling yourself a Giant?
Oh, I have loved calling myself a Giant. The setup here, the girls, the coaching staff, the support staff, and the culture, it is amazing. It hasn't been fantastic with the wins and losses, well, losses mainly, but because of how great it is off court and how much we stick together and the culture, it makes it okay, and it reminds you that you don't just do this just for the wins. You do this because of the opportunity to work with like-minded people in an elite aspect, elite sport, to still try and get towards that goal of success. And when you're losing, it really teaches you a lot about yourself, and it teaches you a lot about those around you. And the way we've gone about it as a team, it's something really special. And I think it's hard to keep that togetherness when things aren't going well. And so for me to be a part of it, like I said, in an ideal world, I'd love to have won every single game. But that is sport, and sport is unfair. But you know what, I've enjoyed it. So I can sit here and go, oh, I've hated it, but I absolutely have not. And I want to stick around and hang around. But like I said, I'll be in on the grandstand watching, maybe having a wine, watching them get all sweaty.
And what's next for Chelsea Pitman after netball? We know you've previously been a policewoman in part of your journey to date. What's next?
Isn't it Euro summer coming up? Usually you miss the European summer when it comes to being a netballer, so who knows, yacht week? No, I'm kidding, I don't know. At the moment I'm just gonna enjoy being retired, enjoy some fine food and fine dining, wining and dining, and go on a holiday, and then it will be looking at coaching opportunities, how I can stay within the environment of netball and what that looks to me, and definitely policing. So it's just about moving the chessboard a bit to see what is about to, I guess, happen for me. But currently, short term is to just have a bit of fun.
Well, on behalf of everyone at Giants Netball, congratulations on a fantastic netball career, and we'll forever be honoured to have Chelsea Pitman as Giant number 27 on the honour roll.
Thank you. Thanks.